let me show you a DIY hack that I figured out that's going to save you some mental energy while editing really long videos. Hey everyone, how's it going? It's Jewel Tolentino here from Essetino Media, and on this channel we show you how to create profitable content. Alright, so let me share with you how this came about. This right here is Brian Banks. He's one of our clients right now, and we are doing a course creation project with him. So we're actually building out an entire course for him. He's obviously filming the content, he has the knowledge, and then me, I'm the one editing everything. Now this came about because his raw footage is pretty long. So I'm getting raw footage clips that are about between 30 minutes to over 1 hour long. And if you've ever tried to edit raw footage at that length, it's actually quite mentally draining because you need to sit there and go through everything, listen to it, go back, click delete. If you've ever tried to edit something this long, you know what I'm talking about. Now, this right here, what you're looking at, this is the final edit. So I took it from over 1 hour and 3 minutes down to about 11 minutes. So I actually ended up cutting over 50 minutes worth of footage to get it really condensed here. Now, initially when I was editing Brian's footage, it was extremely draining. And I figured out this method to make it less draining. It's still a lot of work, but this method protects my mental energy so that this edit can be completed in a faster time. So this right here is the raw footage. So you can see here it's extremely long. This is Brian's recording and it is over 1 hour long, and he's doing a lecture on joint ventures, and you can see that there's a lot of spaces in it, right? Which that basically means like there's dead air. He's either thinking, he's looking at his notes, trying to rephrase, and then obviously when you see the audio, the spikes in the audio, that's when he's actually speaking. But you can see there's a lot of dead air and a lot of speaking. Now, usually when you go through this, you're listening to everything. You have your headphones on and you're playing and you're editing as normal. But what I found was I'm like, there's gotta be an easier way, because if I'm completely drained after this, I'm not gonna have much left in the tank for anything else in the day. So one day when I got this one, actually, I put on a podcast and I was like, you know what? I'm not going to listen to the raw footage. I know when he's speaking and when he's not speaking, because as you can see, you can clearly see it. This is speaking. This is not speaking, right? This is audio. This is not audio. Dead space on here means there's nothing happening. And this is a talking head video, so it's not like he's drawing or typing out or anything like that. He's not doing any movement besides the talking head style video. So what I did to save myself, to make this process easier, is I put on an enjoyable podcast and I literally just went through the entire thing without listening to it initially and deleted all of the dead air. And so this is what I did. So I am just going to have it start at the beginning here. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit. So I didn't listen to the actual raw footage, and I just went like this. So I'm like listening to my cool podcast, I'm enjoying it, I'm paying attention to the podcast, I'm deleting, oh, that's a really cool thing that they're saying on the podcast. I'm not listening to Brian or anything. I'm just going through and I'm just deleting everything, and I'm just casually just deleting all of the dead air without actually listening to it. And I can tell you from testing this out, I tested it out on 3 separate raw footage videos that were above 30 minutes long. I tested it out, and this saves you a lot of mental energy because I'm not having to listen to it yet. I'm literally just removing the dead air. And so You might be thinking, okay, you've removed the dead air, but you still have to do the edit and listen to see if there's mistakes. Yes, but the first round is listening to something. You could even be watching something. Sometimes I even have like a video playing on a different computer, or I'm like watching a show while I'm literally just casually removing the dead air. There wasn't much mental energy taken out of that because I was listening and watching to something enjoyable. Then on the next round, while everything is chopped up, I go through it, and it is actually a lot easier to remove the mistakes. It saves so much time for me. Like I've found this process not by accident, but because I was like, there's got to be a better way to get through this without me being completely drained. And so by the time I get to the second round and I'm going through everything, it is so easy to remove the mistakes because it's very clear there's no dead air. I don't have to listen to that, or I don't have to move the playhead. You'd be surprised what all that actually takes out of you. And so you have a bunch of these pieces, and then you know that if he says it here and he says it again here, you can remove this one because he's saying it again. And I can even see that he's repeating himself here. After a while of editing, you see the patterns in the audio, and I can see that these two are the same. Because I did that first run of going through everything, the distance between the two clips, there's no distance anymore. They're literally connected, so I can find out very quickly that that's a duplicate. He's saying it again, delete. And it's funny that I found out this way because typically my own footage is max 20 minutes, so I never had to force myself to try and think of a better way. It was only after editing my client's footage, where the footage was really long, that I was like, I have to find a better solution because going through this the normal way, it's too mentally draining and tiring. Definitely try it out for yourselves. I'm doing this moving forward now, and I just wanted to create a video sharing it with you because maybe it'll save you some mental energy and some time. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.